Let me ask you something. Are you sick of the lies, the excuses, and the absolute rubbish that politicians keep feeding us? Because I am, and I suspect millions of people feel exactly the same. We are living in a country where the people in charge behave like they're untouchable, like the rules don't apply to them, while the rest of us are left to deal with the consequences of their self-serving decisions. And honestly, I've had enough. People talk like corruption is something new. It is not. I remember hearing about the Westland helicopter scandal when I was a kid. A politician, Heseltine, quietly sitting on a company board, waiting to profit from government contracts he was awarding. At the time, I thought, surely this can't be how things work. But it was, and it still is. Expenses scandals, tax dodging, duck ponds, fake claims, moats. The list goes on, it's endless. If you or I did it, we'd be in court, then jailed. When they do it, they get promoted. That's the system. Let's talk about the moment everything changed. The time when the public would start becoming poorer. The late 70s and 80s under Tory party leader Thatcher, still worshipped by the Conservative Party to this day. National industries were sold off. Public assets were handed to private mates of politicians. Profits started being put before people. And we're still paying for it today, and it will continue. Just take water as an example. We live on an island. It rains most of the year, well, at least it does in my part of the country, yet somehow there are droughts, there are hosepipe bans, and worse still, there are many, many polluted rivers. Why? Because the money we pay doesn't fix pipes or build reservoirs. It goes straight to shareholders and CEOs, many of them overseas. We are basically the only major country without a national water company, and we're the ones swimming in sewage because of it. MPs are supposed to represent us, but they don't. It's become party before people. They represent their party, their donors, their career prospects, their mates. Look at this party whip system, a joke. Imagine being punished by your boss for voting in the interests of your own community and constituents. Imagine being forced to toe the line even when your conscience and your constituents say otherwise. That's not democracy, that's just control. Politicians just don't listen. Try writing to your MP. If you get a reply at all, it's a template, a copy and paste job, a non-answer to a real question asked by a member of public. We are treated like an inconvenience, not the people who pay their wages. And then there's PMQs, a national embarrassment, a playground of jeers, jokes, and point scoring while the country falls apart. They behave like children, and these are the people who run our country. If any of us behaved like that at work, we'd be sacked, but not them. The country is quite literally falling apart. Look around. There are potholes everywhere, on every road of every town and city, the whole length and breadth of the country, and getting worse. Crumbling infrastructure in schools and hospitals and other public buildings, but not in the House of Commons or the House of Lords. Public services are so stretched, they are at breaking point. We pay some of the highest taxes in Europe, so where does the money go? Because it's not going into hospitals, look at the waiting lists. It's not going into policing, look at crime figures. It's not going into young people's futures. It's going into the pockets of the already wealthy, and we're expected to be grateful for the breadcrumbs thrown by government. It's the oldest trick in the book: divide, distract, and conquer. Keep people struggling, keep them fighting each other, keep them distracted with culture wars and media noise. Because if we're busy arguing with each other, we're not holding them to account or seeing what they're doing. And the media, they play their part. Stories appear and disappear depending on what the government wants us to look at. It's misdirection, it's manipulation, it's brainwashing. What future do young people have? A generation set up to fail, no jobs, so go to uni. That equals more than £50,000 of student debt before they even start their working life. Interest rates on the loan, higher than mortgages. Minimum wage jobs waiting for them. No chance of buying a home. It's not a system, it's a trap. Politicians leave office and walk straight into cushy jobs with the same companies they helped while in power, a revolving door. Lobbyists whisper in their ears, corporations pull their strings, and the public, we're just spectators. So where does that leave us? I say, enough is enough. It leaves us with a choice. We can stay silent, stay apathetic, stay beaten down, or we can stand up, speak out, and vote. Not for the same old parties who have failed us time and time again, not for the ones who promise change and deliver absolutely nothing, but for something different, something independent, something accountable. Because this country belongs to us, not to the politicians, not to the corporations, not to the wealthy few. And the moment we remember that, the moment we act on it, everything will change. Wake up and let's wake more people up. Thank you for watching, and if you agree, share this.